The first thing Homer did after becoming the legal person of the nuclear power plant was to fire the boss, Mr. Burns. Let's rewind to a week ago. It was Valentine's Day. Homer scattered flowers on the bed and sprayed perfume, then lay on the bed excitedly. However, Marge had no interest at all. Taking care of the kids made her extremely tired. Marge just wanted to take a rest. Homer decided to play some music to set the mood, but Marge fell asleep in an instant. Homer walked out of the house feeling disappointed. Looking at his fat and greasy self, he thought he had lost his charm. At this time, he noticed a billboard. He thought this school must have a way to solve his marriage problems. The next day, Homer arrived at the school very early. He found the classroom for marriage counseling. Dr. Watson said that there was no problem that couldn't be solved with a bottle of Indian oil. If one bottle didn't work, then two. He asked Homer, "How many bottles have you applied?"
3 coats.
Homer, covered in oil, rushed into another classroom. Little did he know that this self-help guru would completely change his life. After a speech, the teacher promoted his self-help secret book. Homer didn't hesitate to buy it. The next day, Homer went to the office. One of the secrets in the book was to report the company's problems to the superiors, and then he could get a promotion. There were many safety issues in the nuclear power plant, such as nuclear waste leakage and old-fashioned protective facilities. Homer summarized these problems and went to report to Mr. Burns hopefully. But Mr. Burns thought these were not important at all and directly drove Homer away. After work, Homer went to the bar. He complained to his friends that Mr. Burns was a profiteer and never respected the employees. The bar owner told Homer to try to resist, like making Mr. Burns' face kiss a brick. Homer decided to think of a way. The next day, Homer decided to burn Mr. Burns' office. At this time, voices came from the office. It turned out that Mr. Burns had buried nuclear waste under the children's playground. If others found out, he would definitely be sent to jail. But Mr. Burns didn't care at all because the legal person of the nuclear power plant was a canary. After hearing this, Homer made a bold decision. That night, Homer sneaked into the company and set the canary free. The next day, Mr. Burns found that the company's legal person was gone. Homer suddenly rushed in and said that the safety department was coming for an inspection. Mr. Burns panicked immediately. He called an emergency staff meeting right away and announced that Homer would be the company's legal person. The next second, Homer announced that Mr. Burns was fired and then directly threw Mr. Burns downstairs. Homer continued with the staff meeting and said he would implement a fairer management system. Back in the office, Lisa pointed out that the nuclear power plant was in serious deficit, but Homer just wanted to have fun. However, the nuclear power plant couldn't do without the boss's decision-making. Many things needed Homer to decide. After becoming the boss, Homer spent even less time at home. Having dinner with his family became a luxury. Homer worked until late at night and was so tired that he collapsed on the bed. He felt very guilty for not being able to have dinner with his family. Looking at the children playing outside the window, he blamed himself for not being able to accompany the children as they grew up. Suddenly, Mr. Burns walked in. Homer complained to him that being the boss was not fun at all. Mr. Burns offered to take Homer to a place. Under these tombstones were Mr. Burns' former friends. Because of work, he seemed to be a successful person who had everything, but he was also a lonely old man with no one to accompany him. Mr. Burns suddenly knocked Homer out with a tranquilizer gun. He wanted to seal Homer in the grave forever, but by the next day, Mr. Burns had only stacked a few bricks. Homer returned to his family. To celebrate his return, he held a barbecue party. From now on, his only ambition was to be the best father in the world.